What's up? What's the word?
All right, we finna get into the mess. Okay, it's been a whole lot of like baby mama, baby daddy relationship drama, like sex cult drama. It's been a lot going on.
Sex cult drama.
Sex cult drama. It's been a lot going on. Let's kick it off with Big Sean, Jhene, Aiko. So, Jhene Aiko is on the Magic Hour tour.
Yes.
For a couple of stops, she been bringing out her baby daddy, Big Sean. And he just did an interview with Charlamagne. And Charlamagne basically asked him, why haven't you married her yet? They've been dating for 8 years. They have a son. I think they've done 2 projects together, or a project.
So.
Has it been 2?
They definitely did one.
They
definitely did one. I think
I know they did one.
they probably put out an EP together or something like that.
Probably. Or maybe they did an extra song or something. But they've been putting out music together. Like, it's giving Jay-Z and Beyonce.
For Earth people.
For the Earth tones. For sure. For the Earth tones. So, he basically replied and said it's not the right time yet. It's a lot of personal work that needs to be done.
Earth people.
I just feel like,
I'm saying, like, oh God.
8 years, y'all still gotta do work. He said
Y'all millionaires.
Yeah, he said that he feels like when you get married, that's like the best relationship that you can have. But personally, as a woman, I think that's a cop out.
That's
like after 8 years,
shady.
and we both, because 9 times out of 10, usually it's the finances. Like maybe we don't got the,
right.
Maybe I'm not in the space that I want to be financially, so I can take care of you and take care of my family. He cool.
Yeah,
she
this ain't
cool.
one of those. Yeah.
So I really don't know. That answer didn't suffice to me. But as y'all are men, and 9 times out of 10, sometimes y'all take y'all emotions out of it. So y'all like to say, what y'all think?
Ooh, I think she crazy.
She crazy, he crazy.
They could both be crazy together, but what he said sound like she be tweaking sometimes.
But if you listen
that.
to Jhene Aiko music, you know she a little off.
Yeah. And like maybe a year or 2 ago, didn't they fake break up for like a second? Like they had like a fake breakup, and then they got right back together.
Yeah.
It was like he might be like, man, she be tweaking, but I love her, but she be tweaking. It could be that, or it could simply be, just be on stuff. We just don't.
Can we explain, Larry? Let's break this down.
Okay. Go
what's
ahead.
stuff?
Sometimes a guy if you allow him to, he'll drag you along until he done, until he found who he want. It could be that simple, but we don't know that because they've been together for some years and they both rich and on. So it's like, in reality, as a business decision, it makes more sense for them to be married. But it's something. It's either he got some other stuff that he want and she ain't got that for him, but he don't know how to move forward, or she need to work on herself for real. That's how I look at it.
I think a lot of it has to do. I think more of it has to do with Sean and less to do with Jhene. So we've seen a lot more. We've seen them both kind of in the industry and their relationships play out. Sean was with Ariana Grande.
Facts.
Sean's with Naya
Rivera,
Rivera, rest in peace, before she passed. And now he's with Jhene. So we kind of seen him go through the highs and lows of things. He might just not trust it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the first time, at least as far as I can remember, this is the first time one of these like celebrity relationships has gone long term. Like, he was with Ariana for a quick second, and he wasn't happy about it. That's when he jumped on his next project, and then when Naya dipped on him, he wrote a smash hit, right?
Hit.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate people
It was a whole moment.
You said what, Larry?
People acting like you can't play that song no more sometimes. They be like, y'all are crazy.
Just bugging. You bugging.
There's some people who I feel like that about.
For real.
That's so
A hit is a hit.
And then with Jhene, like, we kind of know a little bit about her background, you know what I'm saying, who her past relationship was with her first child.
Who was her first?
Marion's brother.
Marion brother, right? Right, and they were married,
okay,
right?
the watermelon
And she was married
man.
young.
And she was married young, so
they got a lot of stuff to work on together.
Yeah, but I think it's, like you said, bro, I think the power kind of lies in, women are the gatekeepers of a lot of things in regards to intimacy anyway. They're the gatekeepers of sex. They typically look over the finances, but when it comes to like pacing anything, how many of us in this room, men, have heard the phrase, what are we doing? What are we? Where are we? From a woman at some point.
I don't ask that question no more.
But you asked it at one point, though.
I probably asked it once or twice.
Once or twice?
I was very young.
To Mondo or Jesus or whoever.
I asked mine, what you want to be?
That gives us the keys to the car. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And like Larry said, bro, if we pacing it how we want to pace it, I already got the baby. Like, I already got you kind of in the tuck.
Yeah.
I'm on the road with you, on the road with me. Like, what's the title? We talked a little bit about this off mic. You talking about Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin? They played it out on Love and Hip Hop, where she ended up proposing to him, right?
Child, that was
And he was just like, "I got you." You feel me?
I got you. That's
crazy.
wild.
I'm with you. I got
That's
you.
wild.
And you can tell she really meant that. Like,
For sure.
I'm really going past everything that I
believe
and
feel. Yeah.
To
Did
get on my
Did she
knees.
got on her knee too?
Yeah.
She
in
was
the club,
squatting.
in an
Technically-
event.
You
dog.
are a little
technically-
young.
No,
I forget. I keep forgetting.
I watched the show a little bit, but I ain't know she got on the knee.
It was
though.
in the
Big
club.
deal.
It was a big
This
thing.
might have
Well,
been on
she
the
didn't
cover
get
of
on
Jet.
her knee per se. She really just squatted.
She squatted and showed him the ring. And he's like,
Yeah,
"You sure you
she
want to do
squatted
that?"
and
That's the
showed
first thing
the
out of his mouth was, "You sure you want to do
and
that?"
she like crying.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like that. It was more like, you sure you want to do this? Like, you need to get the...
Right. Word. So
he Spartan kicked her pretty much after. Like,
Damn.
it felt like it when he was... He, I
Wait, so
mean,
is they still not married?
I don't think
as far as I know, nah.
Damn, he bogus.
I could be wrong. Can somebody fact check it?
But even your reaction when you said that he bogus, right?
He bogus,
Not
right.
they came to an agreement or they made a decision. You saying the power lies with the men in that regard.
Because usually
that
that's
one
what
they
it
do.
is. Because usually the men, they propose to the woman.
propose.
That's how it typically is, right? Because I don't think.
Is it though? Because in West, like that's Western civilization.
a
Over
lot of Western
East, these dudes got 2 and 3 and 4 wives, and they figured they move how they want to move. It's
But
a
they
lot.
still
but they
pick
still
their
picked
wives.
all of them, right?
They still
picked
pick
all of
them.
them girls.
Oh yeah,
all
so,
them
so,
women.
so you still pick her most of the
Yeah.
time. I feel like for him to, for Big Sean, right? For y'all to be together 8 years and not propose or nothing. Like he said, there's probably some personal growth he got to do or she got to do. There's definitely something going on in between them
Married.
to where
Oh, yeah.
that.
Jim Jones and Chrissy not married. But
Aw,
okay,
damn.
so y'all got kids. Two of y'all got kids.
I got kids.
Y'all got kids.
I ain't got none.
So do you feel like when you're already in a relationship and then the baby come, is that like a rebrand to the relationship? Because maybe he feel like we going through a rebrand right now.
No, it depends though. If you already in a relationship and y'all decide that we finna be a family after this child, then it kind of is a new relationship in a way because it's new duties, new responsibilities both on both people. But I don't know.
I feel like a new attitude too,
Yeah,
especially
it
from
is
a
a new
woman.
attitude.
Like
Yeah,
you,
because that could be
everything.
part of the reason
That
why
changes her a lot.
he not proposing right
Because it is
now.
like what he said. Like a lot of people think, what you say about the title don't mean much after we've gotten this far.
Yeah.
Like you said they've been in a relationship for 8 years.
8
Common law.
years, yeah.
Common law. If you've
That's
been
a
in a
long
relationship with
time,
somebody
man.
living with them,
Don't they got to file their taxes together now? Or no?
No.
no,
After
I don't
7
think so.
years? No?
Not in real life. No, I think you got to file for even to be able to do that. But I don't know. I just know they ain't not married. Being together that long, they not married. He could feel like that. At the same time, they some earth people. They probably
I
already
was
married.
just gonna say, knowing how
They done did
earthy
some crystals.
and spiritual she is, they probably married to like the ancestors.
Yeah, they done did
for
some
all
married
we
stuff
know.
already. We not married to y'all standards. That's what he was basically trying to tell us. Like, we married though.
It ain't on paper, but
Spirits
the
is
ancestors
intertwined.
know.
I mean, it was rumors that Cardi and Offset wasn't like on papers in terms of being married. They
Oh,
just
we know they on paper now.
They don't say
before that. Before that. And then another example, Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? She was with Andre 3000, Jay Electronica.
Never
Common.
married none of
Never
them.
married none of them.
But she
But
probably was married to him in the spirit.
in the spirit, you feel me?
She
Eric, I
probably
can
still
see it
married
doing
to all of them in spirit.
I would say for me,
I could see that for her.
I'll say for me as a father, like I always wanted to be a father. That don't mean that I don't have respect for the institution of marriage. I just always felt like if for nothing else, this is something that can never be taken away from me. The title can never be taken away from me. When you look at marriage, especially now, in the world we're living in, people get divorced, get married and divorced like this. I got a family member that was trying to get his marriage annulled 30 days after he got married. Because he got to the
I know
altar.
somebody like that too.
Word,
It was
he
like right after they got married, they was like, yeah, no, this not gonna
They
work.
got to the altar and was just like, nah, dog, this ain't it. And they spent money. You feel me? Weddings is no joke.
Especially a wedding.
A wedding, a party,
with a
like,
reception, and bridesmaids. Like,
and then you
that's
hear them where are
crazy.
they now stories. Like a year and a half later, 2 years later, it's
Like,
over
bro, I
with.
could have bought a house. What is you talking about?
I just always knew spiritually, like I grew up in a 2-parent household. I watched my parents be together for 30 years. But my mama put my dad on a hot seat too. Like, bro, I ain't finna be having no more babies with you if you ain't finna make me
But that was a
real
clip.
life woman. What
That
we
was a
doing?
clip that just came out. I saw it on Instagram. There was a girl that was saying she don't date men that came from broken homes. Like if you
I
didn't
saw that
have
too.
a mom and a dad in the home with you 24/7, she wouldn't date you because she feels like men that were brought up in with both parents in the household, they look at marriage, they look at women a different type of way, opposed to men that were only raised by their mom or raised by their dad or raised by their aunties.
You know how God play with people? Gonna be a nigga who came from a broken household. She's sitting here waiting for him.
Sweep off
You
her
can't be
feet.
putting that type of stuff on people just because of certain experiences that you had, even what you grew up from. Like certain people just are who they are, and certain people gonna fix their last person's wrongdoing. Like if I got guys who got kids now whose dads wasn't in their lives, so that was their main thing. Like I'm gonna be a real good dad because my dad wasn't for me,
Right.
and it been working out for him. So I feel like,
But I also know people that had both parents in the household and their mama was getting abused, so they like, I'm not getting married. I don't ever want to like go through that or get that angry to the point where I feel like I want to put hands on the person that I love. Type.
Well, see, that's what goes to show. Like, it's not nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. You can come from a 2-parent household, dad cheating on mom cheating on the dad. They fighting, they arguing, all this and that. You can come from a single parent household where everything it can be cool. I don't know. It's
really just the way you look at it.
Yeah, you can't like just put like a barrier on people just because they came from a certain like household. That's kind of
And depending where you live at, y'all, you're not finna find no men that grew up with both of their mom and their
Bro,
dad.
look at LeBron.
not where we come from.
Feel me?
Like
Look
that.
at look at some of the most successful. Look at Drake for what it's worth. Like grew up with his mom his whole life. LeBron
But I
never
don't
knew.
know.
know
Drake
about
could have been
Drake.
lying to us.
Drake ain't I don't know about Drake. What you mean?
I'm saying from a success standpoint. Like
But Drake love to say his mama raised him. I don't know.
what I meant. So Pete, what I'm saying is this: he grew up with his moms, right? The same conversation we having about Sean is the same conversation in certain instances that people have posed to Drake about. Drake, when you getting married? When you gonna settle down and have a girlfriend? When you got everything, right?
He too far gone.
Too far gone, right? And he's past. We would say that he's past the point of wanting to do that.
Nah, but like Drake,
kind of say the
Drake
same thing about
is
Future
a
though.
special.
Future too, exactly.
They special case people. Well, Future different. Got a million kids. Drake
got one. Didn't
Drake's
plan on that one.
issue is a lot of successful people issue depending on if they was cool before they got successful. Because if you wasn't cool before you got successful,
These your cool years.
sometimes these are your best years. And sometimes you get like you might have an enlightenment to know like everybody around me is trying to get me, so I really ain't on that. I don't even know if I could find love because of the way people approach me or I'm able to get out. He can't go out and be dating for real and be Drake.
Okay, so perfect. So that's the celebrity standpoint.
Right.
Now bring it down to where we at. Just living day to day in Chicago. It's men in the city, men in the country that got the same type of situation going on where they been with their woman for however long, 2, 3 kids into a relationship. You still ain't done nothing. I know somebody from school, bro. They used a proposal as like an extension. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Just to stay
I know
around
people
longer?
like that. I mean,
2
not
kids,
know,
and
but
the
I've
girl
seen
was
it
like,
before.
"Listen, you either gonna propose or we finna cut
they
this
just
out."
propose just
So
to
He
do-
proposed.
You got
He got
3
a
more
new
years.
7-year
So why
lease
doesn't-
on whatever it is that they doing. You feel
So
me?
why doesn't that just
A lease is crazy. I'm sorry.
No,
But
but
for real though,
that's
Like,
what it is.
a
Like, you
refinance.
literally-
You know what I'm saying? On a relationship.
Re-romance.
You literally just ask
A
for an
re-romance.
extension. Like that's
Yeah.
literally what it is, an extension. But it's like, why don't men think, okay, well, let me use this time to see if I really want to be with this person?
I ain't gonna lie. I did that.
Because if you gonna just do it for the kids, that's fine. Just do it for the kids.
It's the
Some
comfort.
niggas don't know how though. Like they don't even know how to look for what they looking for or what they want. Like sometimes you got to go through some situations. A lot of I know, you could tell them what to do, and they still got to experience it and mess up to figure it out. So sometimes they just be going through the motions for real. But niggas just
I feel like sometimes you just people just don't be want to lose their girl.
Bro, the
Like, you
reality
don't-
of it is that
you don't want to lose
this
you don't
right
wanna
here,
lose
the
your-
way it is right here, is cool.
It's
The way it
cool.
is right now.
But if you
I don't
don't
want
want
to
do
to
too much.
lose her, then
It's like-
clearly there's some type of love there
It is.
that you just haven't tapped into.
Or they just feel like it's easy, right? It's like I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 8 years, right? Like everything, I know her, she know me. I ain't got to go redo everything with somebody else.
Right. That's
Like
a
I got to
whole
go
nother
learn
thing.
So
them.
you saying that it's
a whole
easy,
new
but
batch
I'm
of
not
women out
necessarily happy here.
No, it's
Because
like
if that's not the case, then that's love.
it's like the dynamics. It's. I would say men typically are conscious of whether or not the dynamics of a relationship are going to change from stage to stage. So if we go together, and then we go
Tell
from
them go together.
I knew it was coming. You see how I put it right at the rim?
You the alley-oop for
If
it.
you go from that to all right, this ain't just no longer my shorty or my girlfriend. Now we got a baby. This is my baby mama, right? So now the dynamics of the relationship is not going to be the same that it used to be. Now you're talking about jumping from that to making your family whole, getting married. Now the dynamics are going to change again. And some men, me
Why
at
do
one
they have
point,
to change? Why can't they just evolve into something beautiful?
I mean,
Why don't y'all
if
ever
it's
look at
cool
it
the
like
way
that?
it is right now,
Why
the
change?
thing.
Why I got
If
to?
Who
it's
wants to
Sometimes-
stay at the
sometimes
same
the
level all their life?
sometimes the unknown is scary enough
Yep.
to keep you from, like, if you want to get a promotion at your job, right? Go from being like a manager to a director or something like that. You killing it at this. But just the concept of being responsible for more, you might think that you're prepared for it, but you might still be scared of it at the same time. Like,
But if they giving you an extra $50K a year, would you take it?
sometimes that's not always the incentive. Like, cause what comes with more money is more responsibility. Now I'm staying later. Now I hate to equate like relationships with corporate,
No,
but
you're right.
sometimes the unknown is terrifying. Like marriage, buying a house, like,
keeping up with that.
and men are always financially like conscious about everything. Like we always kind of doing the math, no matter what
Pokemon?
the sentiment is. Okay, this is about love. This is about family. Men are about how much extra is this gonna cost? How much? Okay, how much is this? How much I got to put aside for this? How much more do I have to work? It's always framed around security. So for Sean, he might just be saying like, "This is dope. This is the best relationship I've ever had in my life. This is cool where it is right now. Anything beyond that is extra." So if she not pressing him, she not pushing him, he gonna stay right where he's at. For
Yeah, I
real.
feel like they married in spirit. That's what it's getting. Cause
It is married in
knowing
spirit.
Jhene and her music, we probably
She
wouldn't
do
even
stuff.
have no Big Sean right now.
I know a
real.
lot of Jhene Aiko fans. I don't know how to say her name, but they do stuff. They
do stuff. They do stuff.
They break windows and all of that. Hey, but I wanted to say one thing before we get off this. I feel like we need to rearrange how we do this whole relationship thing from the jump. I feel like that's the biggest problem when it comes to, like, if motherfuckers is having babies before they getting married, we already wrong in a way.
Yeah.
Because the same way you feel like when you said what you said, it kind of sparked something in me. Like when you get your baby mama, your first thing you think is like, all right, we locked in forever now because
That's what I
we
think.
have a baby forever.
Forever.
But having that feeling after you chose her to be your wife is a different feeling.
It's a different
And
feeling.
if moving backwards, of course they gonna do these stupid drag-alongs and being scared and all of these other things. But it's like you wasn't scared enough to create this baby with this woman.
Okay, that's
So
all
I feel
I'm
like-
trying to say.
You we always gotta choose because it's women too. Like y'all gotta choose better niggas, and gotta choose better situations.
You
Like-
know, there is
Mondo.
there are
Jesus.
there are 20 women, especially black women. There are probably 20 black women to every one good.
I mean, hey,
Wait.
it's already 7 of y'all to every one man in general.
And y'all think it's cute that we be out here fighting over y'all.
Y'all be fighting? You don't, please don't tell you be fighting over nobody.
I fought over one time.
For
Like,
real,
fuck,
jump out the
like-
bushes.
like-
Jump out the bushes.
Like fisticuffs?
Oh,
Like what you got into a
Like
fist fight?
I had to squat up. It's on the video. It's out there. I ain't gonna tell y'all
Oh,
well, but it's
wow.
out there. Y'all can probably still find it.
Y'all knew this?
No, this is new information to
Did
me.
Cody know?
Yeah.
Cody was
back
there?
days.
Cody was not there.
That's kind of recent.
No, this wasn't recent. I'm reformed. Now I told y'all I don't like to run, so I probably got
fight.
too good. If I don't do a KO, baby, I'm probably
When I walked in,
lose.
I didn't realize Bree was this tall. I'm like, he would whoop somebody.
Yeah,
No,
I
she
had
The
to,
voice
but
fool
it
you
really
'cause she's
wasn't
so
my
soft.
fault. Like I didn't want to fight. Like she initiated, and I would have been to say like,
Yeah, you
nah.
kind of gotta stand your ground.
And Shorty pulled up to my crib. So
Oh,
it's like,
no.
yeah.
I seen
you
stuff
gotta-
like this happen and go bad
gotta
and go
pop
left
up.
real fast. In high school, it might have excited me, but nowadays I just be thinking like, man, girl, get up.
Stand up.
Yeah, you can't do this.
Okay,
Like
stand up.
my girl be making me watch baddies and stuff, and I see stuff on there. I be like, yo,
I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all
I love
gotta
it.
get up. Y'all gotta do something about
We
yourselves.
gotta do something better.
Exfoliate too. Get that later. You know?
Choose better men, choose better wigs, all that.
Do y'all think we need like a TV show like Amari, how they used to do the baby
No,
is
it's
your daddy?
Nah, people be wanting
No.
clout too much.
And I
It'd be
feel like
messy.
not knowing who your baby daddy was during that time was like a sacred thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody wasn't just not knowing who they
Yeah.
baby did. Now,
Maury was calling everybody.
okay,
He see your law come up in the system. He's sending you a letter.
Mario
Mario
probably be on.
I do
Like Mario
too.
probably has on. His
I know
own
somebody used to
network.
work on the show.
Oh, wait, you know my auntie was on Maury.
You surprise us every
Can you?
week.
Wait, no, wait, not Maury. She was on the Steve Wilkos show.
That's
It's like
That's Jerry Springer homie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Catch me outside.
She was
How
on.
about that?
She was. I don't know. She did like a tour over
celebrity.
there. She was on Steve Wilkos and she was on divorce court. No, paternity court.
For what?
I don't know why.
Not
the
knowing her
baby
baby daddy.
daddy.
She
Gotta
she
be.
she knew
Paternity
that.
court.
Like that was definitely his kid. I don't know why they was there. Like
But sometimes you just get a check for it.
they gotta pay for it.
It just hit me. So hypothetically, like, so people can, I guess,
You can fake that.
no, I'm saying hypothetically, so people can sue essentially for divorce. That's what that is, right? It's like a lawsuit. If you go into court to kind of get it finalized, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you
Basically,
can.
We don't call it that.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, can a woman sue a man for marriage? Like,
I feel like
Explain.
if y'all are not coming
like
to a
if
consensus,
can she take you to court? Say we've been together 8 years. I've been doing everything that would
I've
require
seen
me a
that
wife.
before.
I'm suing him for marriage.
I
Like,
seen something like that.
but I'm saying like the judgment, her judgment. If a lawyer, hypothetically, a lawyer can say, "What you want out of this? I want him to marry me." Can she take it to a judge and say, "Judgment for the plaintiff"?
a
Y'all
judge
just
can
been
deny somebody.
She could try for
I'm just
sure.
asking.
She
needs
could
some
try.
money.
I don't think you
She
can
need her
deny
own
her
money.
the lawsuit.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can file a lawsuit, but
Yeah, it might not even get to the room.
You can take them
So
to the
you
but
can-
that's a
ultimatum.
good question. So boom, text messages, video messages, all that audio messages. That's a thing. It could be used as evidence, right? So if he told her, "I'm going to marry you by this time," or like, "Yeah, we gonna get married in 2024," and she can prove it via text message, via
Executive
email,
producer.
video, audio message, can she sue him? And the judge be like,
Judgment for the plaintiff.
now you gotta pay.
Date set
Now
for
you
next
gotta-
year.
yeah, you either gotta pay or marry her.
I think
Or break up
so.
with her.
What's the name of the show?
You got to pay
What's
for
the name of the show?
emotional
Like, I'm done.
damage.
What's the name of the show?
Specific court.
Street Justice.
It gotta be something like
Specific court.
specific court.
You gonna come up there with the gown on with all
Okay,
that?
with my
Only
little,
doing specific stuff.
okay, specific stuff. Period. That's a good show. I like that.
Specific court.
It'd
Specific
be like
cases.
the wildest cases. I'll make him marry her too.
For real, that's what I'm saying. Like the judge can get up and say, "Yo, 12 months from now, y'all gotta be
'Cause you
married."
shouldn't have
always
did.
12
had
months. Next
a
month. No, you
idea
got
for
30
escape.
days.
Hey, what's up? What's the word?